Exercise 1 you need to master after 60. Have you ever stopped to think that some simple movements can completely transform your body and improve your quality of life after turning 60? The truth is, at this stage of life, you don't need to exhaust yourself in crowded gyms or use complicated machines to get real results. Most of the time, what you need are accessible, smart, and highly effective exercises, ones that help relieve back pain, strengthen your muscles, restore mobility, and correct your posture. And best of all, you can do it right there, in the comfort of your own home. In today's video, I'm going to show you the #1 exercise you need to master after 60, along with other movements that can solve up to 95% of the most common physical issues at this age. They're quick, safe, and simple to perform. And here's a heads up, exercise number 3 is by far the most powerful of them all, and you absolutely need to include it in your routine. It has the potential to completely change your life once you learn how to do it correctly. This exercise alone can solve 99% of your problems in just 3 weeks. So stay with me until the end, leave a like, and take the chance to subscribe to the channel. These exercises could be the start of a new phase in your life, with more strength, better balance, and much more vitality. Exercise number 1, dead hang, the simple move that transforms your body after 60. Have you noticed how certain aches start appearing out of nowhere? It feels like your spine has gotten more sensitive, your shoulder doesn't rotate like it used to, and to make matters worse, even reaching for a glass in the cabinet becomes a struggle. If that sounds familiar, know that it's not a sign of old age. It's your body asking for help. Yes, it's trying to tell you that something needs to change. And what if I told you there's a super simple exercise you can do every day, without rushing, without expensive equipment, and that can make a massive difference in your life? This exercise is called the dead hang. A strange name maybe, but one you'll remember fondly once you feel the first results. The dead hang is basically just hanging. That's it. You find a sturdy bar and hang from it with your arms extended. Sounds too simple? Well, that's exactly where its genius lies. It's simple, but it works. It works to release tension in your spine. It works to unlock your shoulders. It works to correct your posture and even to improve your breathing, and all of that without impact, without jumping, and without rushing. The truth is, the dead hang is like a pause your body truly needs. And the best part, it adapts to you. It doesn't matter if you can only hang for 10 seconds or a full minute. What matters is that you start. Picture this, you hang, relax your shoulders, and feel your body naturally stretching. Little by little, your spine feels like it's getting more space. That pressure you felt in your back begins to fade, and that annoying neck crack disappears. It's a freeing feeling. There's no other way to describe it. You know that tightness in your back when you get out of bed, or that dull ache at the end of the day, right in the middle of your back. All of that starts to go away. And the most interesting thing, this relief comes from something that doesn't require effort, weights, or speed. It only requires patience and persistence. The dead hang is perfect for anyone over 60 because it respects your pace. You can start slowly, holding for just 5 to 10 seconds in the beginning. Then, as you get more comfortable, increase it to 15, 20, even 30 seconds. And before you know it, you'll be mastering this move like it's second nature. And it truly is, because hanging is something our bodies were designed to do. Remember when you were a kid and loved playing on bars, trees, and playgrounds? That wasn't just fun, it was health. And today, more than ever, we need to return to our roots. Hanging helps to release the tension built up between the vertebrae of your spine. That means less pressure, less pain, and more mobility. It's like giving your spine a gravity hug, saying, relax, now you have space to breathe. And speaking of breathing, there's more. When you do the dead hang, your chest naturally opens up, the rib cage expands, the muscles around your ribs stretch, and this improves your breathing capacity. Anyone who struggles with shortness of breath or constant fatigue will notice a difference within just a few days. You'll feel the air coming in more freely, more lightly, as if you had cleared a clogged hallway inside your chest. And that has a direct impact on your well-being. With more oxygen, your brain works better, your energy increases, and even your mood improves. Another amazing benefit is grip strength. It might sound silly, but the strength in your hands says a lot about your overall health. Studies show that people with a weak grip are more likely to fall, suffer fractures, and even lose their independence earlier. And do you know the best way to strengthen your hands after 60? Exactly, hanging. When you hold onto the bar, you're activating not only your fingers, but also your forearms, shoulders, and core. And you do all this without impact in a safe and controlled way. If you feel weakness in your hands, have trouble opening jars, holding objects, or even carrying grocery bags, this exercise will be a game changer. It also helps release the shoulders. That constant heavy feeling, like you're carrying invisible bags at the end of the day, begins to fade. Your shoulders become looser, more mobile, and more confident. And your posture. Oh, your posture. You know when you sit for hours and then realize you're hunched over with your head pushed forward? That's a nightmare for your spinal health. And dead hang is the perfect antidote. It stretches, realigns, and teaches your body to return to its natural position. You'll notice that even without thinking, you'll start walking more upright, with your chest open and your head aligned. And this isn't just about looks, it's about health, it's about prevention, it's about quality of life. Now a lot of people ask, but what if I don't have a bar at home? The good news is that nowadays you can find portable bars at affordable prices. There are ones you can install in a doorway without having to drill anything. You just attach it and you're good to go. And if you don't want to invest right away, you can even improvise with something sturdy, like a gate frame or even a strong tree branch. But of course, always check if it's safe before starting. Here's another tip. If you're unsure about hanging, use a bench or a step to climb up and down calmly. Don't jump or drop down suddenly, okay? One more detail. In the beginning, you might feel some discomfort in your hands or shoulders. That's normal. Your body is adjusting, but you should never feel sharp pain. If that happens, stop and seek guidance. And of course, if you have any specific spinal or shoulder condition, it's worth speaking to a physical therapist or healthcare professional before getting started. What I can guarantee is that over time, the dead hang becomes a healthy addiction. You'll miss it on the days you don't do it. You'll want to make a habit of hanging in the morning or at the end of the day, like a ritual to release your body and prepare your mind. Many students report that after just a few weeks of practice, they stopped feeling back pain that had bothered them for years. Others say they gained the confidence to do simple tasks like climbing stairs, carrying weight, or even playing with their grandchildren without fear. And that, my friend, is priceless. Because if there's one thing we all want after 60, it's to live with more autonomy, to feel that we still have control over our bodies, that we can get up, walk, turn, lift, without pain, without limitations. The dead hang is one of the first steps toward that. And I'm here to tell you that yes, you can do it. Even if it feels hard today, even if your shoulders are stiff, even if your hands aren't very strong, over time, everything gets better. And you'll see it with your own eyes. But hang on, this is just the beginning. We still have 4 other exercises that, together with the dead hang, will form a true formula for vitality and strength for those over 60. And the best is saved for last. Exercise number 3 is by far the most powerful. It has the potential to completely transform your mobility, stability, and confidence. So stick with me until then. You're about to discover that your body is capable of much more than you think. Exercise 2, wall push-ups. Strengthening your chest, shoulders, and confidence with every rep. If there's one thing many people believe after turning 60, it's that you can't build strength anymore, that muscles don't grow, the chest starts weakening, the arms lose strength, and daily tasks become harder. But let me tell you a truth you might have never clearly heard. Yes, you can regain strength. Yes, you can build stability. And yes, you can go back to doing movements you thought were no longer possible. And it all starts with an exercise so simple, yet so powerful, that it fits into any routine and can be done anywhere. I'm talking about the good old push-up, but don't worry, it's not the traditional floor push-up that puts a lot of strain on the shoulders, wrists, and upper body strength. Here we're talking about the wall push-up, an adapted, smart, safe, and incredibly effective version for those over 60. And do you know why? Because it respects your pace. It allows you to build strength progressively without straining your joints, without causing pain, and without needing any equipment. Just you, your body, and a wall. That's right, a wall. And I'm sure you have one nearby. Now, let me explain why this exercise is so important at this stage of life. When we strengthen the muscles of the chest, shoulders, and triceps, we gain more than just appearance. We gain safety, strength to push a chair, get out of bed, lift a box, open a heavy door, and support our own body weight with more stability. The wall push-up activates all of these muscles in a controlled and progressive way. And more than that, it helps to correct your posture. That's right, many of the problems with back pain and spinal stiffness happen because the chest and shoulder muscles are weak. When these muscles weaken, the shoulders slump forward, the chest closes up, the head leans forward, and that's when the cycle of pain and discomfort begins. When you start practicing wall push-ups, you'll naturally feel a change. Your chest begins to open, your shoulders reposition, and your posture returns to where it should be. That alone is already transformative, but there's more. By doing this exercise regularly, you also improve circulation in the upper body, which helps reduce that feeling of heaviness in the arms and shoulders at the end of the day. And if you struggle to push objects, lift something heavier, or even hold your arms up for long periods, know that all of this will gradually improve with this exercise. Now you're probably wondering, how do you do it correctly? It's simple. Stand facing a wall about half a meter or 1.5 feet away. Place your hands on the wall at chest height, arms extended with your fingers pointing slightly outward. Your feet should be firmly planted on the ground, body straight, as if you were doing a standing plank. Now, slowly bend your elbows and bring your chest toward the wall, keeping your elbows slightly open and your shoulders relaxed. Avoid letting your shoulders rise. That's common in the beginning, but over time you'll learn to keep everything aligned. When your chest gets close to the wall, pause for a second, then push back strongly until you return to the starting position. Repeat this movement slowly and with control. In the beginning, start with 5 repetitions. When you feel comfortable, increase to 10, then 15, and so on. Don't rush. Here, consistency is the key, not quantity. And if you feel any discomfort in your wrists or shoulders, adjust your distance from the wall. The closer you are to the wall, the easier it gets. The farther you are, the more intense the effort will be. And remember, the movement doesn't have to be deep. You don't need to touch your nose to the wall. You just need to feel the muscles being activated and controlled during the movement. Over time, you'll notice that you feel steadier, stronger, and much more capable of doing movements that used to seem difficult. Want an example? Standing up from a chair without using your hands, or pushing a shopping cart with more ease, or even holding a child in your arms safely and without fear of straining your shoulders. All of that is a direct result of the strength you build with exercises like this. Wall push-ups are so simple that you can do them anywhere, in your bedroom, living room, kitchen, or hallway. You don't need special clothes, you don't need a gym, and you don't need excuses. And do you know what's even better? They give you a quick sense of progress. In just a few days, you'll start to feel your muscles responding better, your posture becoming more upright, and even your self-esteem getting a boost. Because when we feel our bodies stronger, we feel more alive. We regain that confidence that it really is possible to age with health, strength, and independence. So here's my invitation. Start today. Right now if you want. Stand up, go to the nearest wall, and try doing 5 reps. See how it feels. Take a deep breath, pay attention to your body, and feel the difference. If it feels good, repeat tomorrow, and the day after that, and start building the habit. It could be in the morning before breakfast, or in the afternoon when your body starts feeling heavy, or at night as a positive way to close the day. What matters is that you do it. What matters is committing to yourself, because these minutes you dedicate to yourself have the power to completely change your routine. And I guarantee the more you do it, the more you'll want to keep going. Exercise 3, weighted walk, strengthening your whole body in a natural and powerful movement. Now we've come to an exercise that is practically a simulation of real life. It's the kind of movement your body needs to master in order to maintain independence, avoid falls, and stay strong, active, and functional, even after age 60. We're talking about the well-known weighted walk, also called the farmer's carry. It may seem too simple at first glance, but that's exactly the point. And as we saw with the first 2 exercises, it's precisely well-applied simplicity that delivers the best results. The weighted walk simulates a common everyday situation, carrying bags, suitcases, buckets, or boxes. That's what makes this exercise one of the most complete and effective ways to strengthen not just your arms or legs, but your entire body. When you practice the weighted walk, you're activating your shoulders, core, glutes, legs, forearms, and even your grip. It's basically a full body, functional, and straightforward workout that fits perfectly into your routine. And the best part, you can do it with whatever you have at home. You don't need gym dumbbells or fancy equipment. It can be a bag bag filled with books, 2 water bottles, sacks of rice or beans, or even those reusable shopping bags we all have around the house. What matters is that you have something to hold in both hands, balanced, with enough weight to challenge you, but without causing discomfort or overload. Now you might be asking yourself, but why is this so important? And the answer is simple, because when you carry weight with awareness and good posture, your body learns to distribute that load the right way. It activates the right muscles, protects your joints, and teaches your mind to maintain balance while in motion. And believe me, that's a real shield against falls. One of the biggest risks for people over 60 is exactly the loss of balance and strength in the feet, legs, and core. And that's where the weighted walk comes in as one of the best prevention strategies. It works the deep abdominal muscles, which are responsible for keeping the trunk stable. It strengthens the leg muscles, which support the body, and it activates the grip and shoulders, which help you stay in control of everything you're holding. Now imagine this. You start the exercise with 2 water bottles in your hands. You keep your arms extended at your sides, chest open, shoulders pulled back, and your abs slightly engaged. Then you begin to walk, step by step, paying attention to your breathing, the firmness of your feet on the floor, and the alignment of your spine. You walk slowly with awareness. No rush, no running, just controlled movement. It can be inside your home, in the hallway, on the porch, or in the backyard. The idea here is to maintain stability. Walk as if you're carrying something valuable. Over time, you can increase the distance, or the duration, or the weight, but never all at once. The key is to challenge yourself a little more each week, and if you find it hard to carry weight in both hands, you can do it with just one side. That actually helps improve your balance even more, and activates the stabilizing muscles of your core. Of course, always be careful not to tilt your body to the side. The goal is to stay upright and steady. And do you know what's really interesting? Even if you don't notice it right away, this exercise also improves motor coordination, proprioception, and even reaction speed. And that's essential because as we age, we lose some sense of spatial awareness and body control. But by training this consciously, you regain those abilities and start moving with more confidence. And there's more. The weighted walk also improves your posture, because to hold weight firmly and walk with stability, you need to keep your chest lifted, shoulders in place, core activated, and knees strong. With time, that turns into a natural movement pattern, and suddenly, you're walking more upright, more stable, with more confident steps. That's where the magic happens. That's when you start to see just how much this exercise transforms. It's not just about carrying weight, it's about regaining the confidence that you can. You can carry your groceries, you can climb a flight of stairs with bags, you can travel and pull your suitcase with ease, you can play with your grandkids, walk to the store, go out for a stroll, without fear of falling, tripping, or needing help with every simple task. That is freedom, that is independence, that is quality of life. Now, if you want to start safely, here's a simple step-by-step guide. Grab 2 objects with equal and comfortable weight. It could be a bag of rice in each hand, a full water bottle, or even 2 shopping bags with books. Stand with your feet parallel, posture straight and arms by your sides. Engage your core, pull your shoulders back, and keep your gaze forward. Start walking in a straight line with firm, short steps. Breathe naturally and maintain your posture the entire time. If you're indoors, walk back and forth in the hallway. If you're in a larger space, walk for 30 seconds and then stop to rest. Repeat 2 to 3 times. Over time, increase to 1 minute, then 2, and so on. If you want an extra challenge, try walking on different surfaces, like a thick rug or a firmer floor. Always with safety first. And remember, this is a quiet but powerful exercise. You won't end up sweaty, breathless, or tired, but day by day, you'll notice your body is more prepared, stronger, and more functional, and that feeling is priceless. So if you're looking for a movement that will improve your strength, balance, and mobility all at once, the weighted walk is for you, and the more you do it, the more confident you'll feel in your own body. Now, how about we move on to the next exercise? Because what comes next will focus directly on your body's foundation. It will work your legs, ankles, and hips, and it will prepare your body for the most essential daily movements: sitting, standing, bending, climbing, and stepping down. Now tell me, which of these exercises do you do most often, and which one will you start doing now? Also, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment.